I'm gonna
Wait,
record
Sam,
this.
before you start recording, I don't want the audience to think I'm stupid. How do I calculate willpower?
It's
Odds.
charm plus command, and then
Okay,
it's
so
gonna be
willpower and base will start the same.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. How do I calculate my lift?
That is just provided by your body stat. There is a table for that. I can pull up the table and send it to you.
If you could just send the table,
Yes.
I'll fill all that in. Equipment. I do have a gun, right?
It's gonna be a handgun. So what that's gonna
Okay.
be is it's not gonna be super accurate. This is a pretty old piece of junk. It's just what admin have. It's gonna have a range of about 80 yards max. If you fire at that range, it's gonna have a penalty dice.
Mm-hmm.
It can hold 12 shots. It deals with in shock and killing. It has the speeding bullet and obvious extras. And you have 2 clips. So you're going to have... Or I guess magazines. I don't... No, it's a clip for a pistol, right? Whatever.
Yep.
That's fine. He knows.
So you're going to have 36 rounds total. So you can have one in there that you can have in there, and you're going to have 2 reloads.
Also, I gotta reallocate some skill because I forgot. So I'm gonna start with just 2 hard dice in leadership, so I can actually use my gun.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I am not afraid to sound bad on camera, so I'm going to be asking questions basically this whole time.
That's perfect.
I have
Sam.
no idea what's happening.
So
Sam.
I'm personally afraid of you sounding bad on camera, so you need to get like a really high quality mic.
Well, okay, so
If
This
I had
is
a
like-
sound filter, I would fuck up my voice so bad right now.
yeah, this is also a temporary situation. I'm currently cat sitting for my cats, so I'm at like my parents' like computer from like 2004 or something like that.
Oh, I wasn't trying to diss on your mic quality. I was just trying to make. a
Oh,
joke.
you can 100% diss my mic quality.
Your mic quality is terrible. I already am hearing echoes through it.
I also don't have headphones on me, so you guys are gonna reverberate. I'm gonna be an audio nightmare.
Why don't you have headphones?
Can you put
It
yourself on
didn't
push
play
to talk?
them. I don't even know if there's a. Oh, there is. Hold up.
No, hold on. I want to see if I can echo. Echo!
Actually, the Discord filter is doing pretty well.
Yeah, good job.
Sam, what can I do with a single point of XP?
Buy another dice and perform.
Well,
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
buy a single dice and perform because I got rid of all of my dice and perform, so I will start with a single one. She's not good at performing.
actually, what's your charm?
My charm is 2 dice right now.
You are almost average at performing.
Well, so I roll 3 dice for perform. Okay. What is average? I thought average was 2.
2 dice in each would be average. So, if you were to say rehearse super hard, you would be
my
about
total-
average.
My total perform is 3 dice because my charm is 2, right? Charm of 2
Yeah.
dice is average.
Yep, exactly. Now,
So I am
do
a
wanna
little bit
ask,
above average.
You can. Well, that's a waste of time. We're gonna just go right past that. Actually, I was gonna talk about a unique mechanic, but we're already short on points.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
I'm sick. My headphones just died.
Oh,
Well, half of them did.
hell yeah.
Dude, this is the last nice thing that I owned.
oof.
Hey, let's look at Buddhism. You are one step closer to enlightenment. You have fewer earthly attachments.
I'm one step closer to a new Ferrari.
Nirvana was just
No.
a new Ferrari this entire time.
Now,
Yeah.
if you want to direct your attention over to Diogenes,
No.
he's so happy that one of your possessions is gone.
Dude,
I forget what
it's
it was
actually
about, but
it's
certainly
actually
wasn't-
so funny that you're bringing up Diogenes. I was just joking today about how I'm just gonna go live in a cardboard box.
Perfect. Yeah. See.
I'm already
Nice.
there. I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah. You're getting ready to live your best life.
I
Speaking of
am.
living our best lives, I
Moldic
believe there's a game
Diogenes
about to start.
nuts.
Oh,
Holy shit, dude! You got him.
Okay. So speaking of living our best lives, who wants to go first?
I made that joke already, Sam. I will throw Kinsey into the deep end, so Leo should start.
I think
Yes,
Kinsey should
I'm
start
ready.
so we can throw him into the dimp end. The dimp end.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Kinsey.
I just came here to roll d10s.
Hell yeah. So Skeeter is descending a freight elevator. Scrapzilla or Junkzilla? We should establish that first off. Was your mech named Scrapzilla or Junkzilla? I forget.
It's Junkzilla.
Junkzilla, very important. Thank you. Okay. You're descending the freight elevator from the Demolition Derby, which you won super fucking hard.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Skeeter, don't lose!
As you hit the bottom of the elevator, you go to the game coordinator for your pay, and he is pissed. He's munching on a cigar, going, Skeeter, do you want to tell me what the fuck that was?
You should have seen what that was. I done put her in the dirt.
Yeah, I did see what you fucking did.
I hadn't had a script like that since then. I just sort of start incoherently babbling about
you hear this?
something.
Can we hear it?
Well, one back in the day, me and my grandkids, or me and my kids, we were up and we were doing that little mech fight, and our cousin came along, and he had this like crazy four-legged one, and I just came and hit him with a and then we did it, and anyway, this last fight was a lot like that.
Skeeter, I fucking saw. You put Tombstone in the fucking ground. You made Burnout into a fucking skid mark. I'm seeing the thematic relevance of what you did to each of those. Okay, I see. That's actually pretty clever. But you weren't...
Thank you.
But you fucked us. Right? Those odds were in. You were supposed to throw. We were supposed to make fucking bank. This ain't your average fucking mech pit. This is a demo derby. We have plot lines going that we have to fucking rewrite now, Skeeter. You were told about this when you signed up.
Well, let me just say, if you want me to lose, you should have put me up against them tin cans.
You see?
Skeeter, you're brought on as a jobber. Your job, Skeeter, was to be threatening and lose to make the new guys look good.
What you talk about? My job is to come in, kick ass, and look good doing it. Am I wrong?
You are 100% wrong, yes. Okay.
Oh, well. I think you're wrong. Fuck you.
You know what? We're clipping your wings. Give me your keys, Skeeter.
What the hell you talk about?
For 3 weeks, you're off the road. You're gonna be a fucking civilian.
What do you mean be a civilian?
We're putting...
This is my life.
We're putting Zilla
you
in
can't
the
take the
garage.
mech out of Skeeter.
We're putting Zilla in the garage, and we're giving you a temporary job at the fucking food court, Skeeter.
Oh, what the hell?
You're gonna be
is
full of
this?
pretzels at Auntie Anne's until you learn to take a fucking lead.
What? You can't do this to me. I'm your best fighter out there.
He slams his fist on his desk, and right as he's about to argue more, you hear the hiss of a pneumatic tube as a letter falls down.
Oh.
He's gonna get... Hold on one sec. Opens it up. You see an evil fucking smile on his face. As he goes, you know what? You're right. I can't do this.
I'm glad you're finally
Because
seeing some
me-
sense.
Just got a requisition for a basic transport job from admin.
You wouldn't.
You're gonna be ferrying chucklefucks here and back until the job's done. And you're gonna learn to take a fucking order, Skeeter. No fighting, no showboating, just point A, to point B.
What the? You're sick, man. You're not right in the head.
He slides you the fucking notice. Report to the local admin office in 3 hours.
You're just gonna take a look at abject horror at the summons as he starts to spiral.
Do you remember to stream?
I did, yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Okay. Okay. Skeeter just has like this moment where like the camera starts spinning. You just hears like echoes talking. Point A to point B. Clip your wings.
Dude, it's like you know how like sometimes like in like cartoons there's like a whole bunch of little disembodied heads that are all sort of circling and like talking shit on people. I like to imagine it's that, but it's the wrecks of the the guys that I just bodied.
Yeah.
Record scratch freeze frame. You might be wondering.
You might be wondering how you got in this mess.
Okay. So that's scary. Junkzilla, right?
Junkzilla.
Okay. You get in Junkzilla, you just sadly trundle this 50-ton fucking scrap heap to the local mail office. People are horrified. Speaking of being horrified, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, we're gonna cut to Seth.
Perfect.
Seth, Caesar is looking at their demon core, and some of the coolant plates are starting to wear thin. That's not a good thing. You know there's a little lurker forward base not too far from here by the local municipal train station. You actually worked your way over there, but as you got there, the place is abandoned. It looks like full mobilization.
Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna start looking around to see if I can find where they're going.
As you work your way over, you notice a few lurkers have they have the train staff at gunpoint, and you see them loading several nuclear warheads onto the train.
Howdy, fellas. What are those warheads for?
Admin requisition. He slides you a pneumo tube with a requisition from admin for an audit group. And you can immediately tell someone tried to get around the Demon Core embargo by requesting stuff that would be exactly perfect for a Demon Core, like the exact technical specifications of one. But lurkers being lurkers, they've misinterpreted it in the most horrific way. So they're just shipping the materials to make one instead of the actual item itself. Because it is...
This ain't what they asking for.
How do you mean? It's several tons of fissile material, 6 detonation caps, 36 boron control rods.
They just want a demon core.
But they know that's forbidden.
Well, that's why they gave the all the required materials to make one. They were hoping y'all just send them a demon core. Admin's tricky like that.
So you can see the flow chart of this guy just trying to work out, like, but that's illegal. But they asked for... No, but...
Alright, can I take, like, another closer look and, like, read exactly what this is asking for before I communicate further and mess something up?
So, in short, they are asking for a device that can output a certain number of joules per second. And you can see how the lurkers got confused because it specifies like fissile material, outputs the energy of about 6 nuclear warheads a second, comes with a lot of the control systems found in a demon core, but are also found in like really poorly made nuclear reactors. And you see a little piece of like napkin math where they worked out the materials required to make that, and then they upscaled the amounts needed by about 3,000% due to a variable labeled incompetence.
Perfect. Okay, and this is the lurker's napkin math, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The lurkers just assumed the admin were 3,000%
So
incompetent.
I'm gonna stop, and I was gonna say now. Last time I looked at Yellow and admin calculations, incompetence was only 2,500. What happened?
Well, and then like as soon as he says, well, you see one of the bellhops for the train poke one of the nuclear fissile cores, you just see a flash of blue light and they're on the ground smoldering.
Oh. Yeah, here. I'll just like grab a pencil and like write 3,100.
Understood.
So what exactly do they want the demon core for? Like, is that obvious in the letter?
We weren't required to ask, so we didn't.
Okay. Well, sorry, that was me asking Sam, like, if that was obvious in the letter.
Oh no, the admin spent 46 pages just going over technical specifications. They didn't mention anything else.
Okay. Alright. So here's what I'm gonna do. Y'all are gonna put the nukes away, please. Just put them somewhere safe that ain't gonna blow up. I'm gonna go have a chat with admin and see what they actually want. Because nothing in this document, and I'm just gonna like run my hand down at flipping all the pages, is at all what they actually want. They're just trying to trick you into getting on Demon Core. So y'all just wait here unless you get called to do something else. And I'll be back as soon as I can. And I'm going to go try and find an admin office.
You see the train conductor being held at rivet gunpoint, just going, how long's that gonna take?
Oh, and let that guy go. He's not going to slow you down.
The lurker just looks down and goes, but if we let him go, we might have to make a second trip.
Well,
I can hold him here for
unfortunately-
up to 4 days.
Yeah, but that's inconvenient for him. He's got a job to do. He's got people to move around. He's got the train to run. Think about how many other people would have to make a second trip if you prevent the train from moving.
Understood. And they begin to build a second rail line right then and there.
You know what? Did they stop pointing the gun at the guy?
No, they've just diverted some of the guys ferrying the nukes.
No. You don't keep him at gunpoint. If you're building a second one, then you don't need the first guy here.
Understood. They put him to work building the second rail line.
I'm gonna like walk over to the guy and like, is this okay? Is this better than being held at gunpoint?
He's just gonna look scared, like, not really. This isn't what I wanted to do with my day.
I'm gonna pat him on the back and I'm like, all right, this guy knows where the admin office is, and I'm gonna need him to escort me there, and I'm just gonna grab him and walk off.
Right. You've picked up Sherman Mercury. He's going to accompany you to the admin office and then leave immediately.
Yep, that's fine. He really just needs to get out of sight of the workers, and then I'm gonna let him go. I am gonna ask him where the nearest admin office is because I don't think I've been in this area recently, and I assume those things move.
Yeah, he'll be able to be there easily. He just goes over to what is like the equivalent of the modern push cart for the train lines, where you have two guys pumping up and down on a cart.
Okay.
You guys pump them? Sorry.
Don't you dare apologize for that. That was funny.
All right, so that seals Jay's fate as going last. We're gonna cut to Leo.
It was worth it. Totally worth it.
Absolutely. So, Leo, you and 3 other people are currently in the middle, 4 other people, I believe, are in the middle of AI cataloging, which is one of the most important things Mallrats do. It's where you go through, like, old scrap and check it for AI. And, you know, if it's gone dangerous, decommission it. If it's still useful, put it in the catalog for later use. Right now, you're accompanied by a few other coworkers of yours. Quicksort is the project leader. You have FIFO, Bimbrin, and let's see here, Bubble, as in Bubble Sort.
Yeah, I figured.
So,
There is another level. So that's an important distinction.
what
I
they're
didn't hear. What were the other ones? I heard Quicksort, Bubble, and
Quicksort, Bimbrin, FIFO, as in first in, first out, and Bubble.
fantastic.
So it's you're on your last item for the day. After you've gone for, God damn it, guys! After you've gone through about 20 items, it's been several hours. You're on like hour 26 here.
26.
And the last item you guys have is an egg timer with an AI to keep perfect time.
Is this really necessary?
Quicksort is gonna go. It is still an AI. It is still.
Oh no, not the AI. Not checking that. It's who the fuck did this? Who put an AI in here?
It was meant for adjusting to non-standard time. So
Yeah, and we're fucking computers. You really need to do that? You can write like 12 if statements or whatever instead of having a fucking sentient like thing in here.
Look, people made all sorts of dumb shit to sell before the Awakening, and we just got to deal with the consequences. Now, this will be easy. This thing has like 4 lines of code and less than a megabyte of RAM, so it should be pretty. And the second he starts running the sequence, you see some sparks fly out. He goes, "Ah, shit." All right, guys, just hold it down. I gotta get a new Faraday link.
Oh man, the egg timer's gonna kill ya.
No, it's as long as we don't run the sequence without protection, we'll be fine.
I'll go get your protection.
All right, it's gonna take me 12 hours, and he goes to leave.
Just
Everyone
kinda
is pissed. So, FIFO is immediately gonna go. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Who here just wants to run it? Anna or Hex? Shit, sorry, Hex.
Yeah, whatever. I'll say hi.
All right.
I've got leagues on my side, and it's but an egg timer.
Oh shit, you're just jacking into the egg timer itself.
Hey, fuck it.
All right, make a hacking check.
That's plus my mind, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be mind plus security systems.
Okay, so that's 14 dice and 2 hard dice.
How many hard dice?
I have 2 hard dice in mind.
Got it. All right, just roll the other 8 and let me know what you get.
Oh, God. I have 3 10s.
Okay. So you are in. Hacker voice, I'm in. You get a few wires in there. You start working out. Your mind's in cyberspace now. And they were not fucking joking. This thing's like 4 lines of code.
It's like talking to. I'm imagining it like I just appear in cyberspace, and it's just like me talking to who is it? You know the purple little purple monkey.
Bonsai buddy?
Bonsai buddy.
Bonsai buddy. Yeah, there's a bonsai buddy in there.
You just see an egg avatar. It's like a single JPEG going. The current time is 26:03 CE.
No, What's the time India?
India is irrelevant.
All right. Well,
Oh no!
Damn.
okay. I'm gonna immediately check out of there. Yeah, you can
Yo,
go
this
ahead.
egg timer's racist.
Yeah, you can.
It's not racist. It's just it's racist and British.
The same thing.
So it's just British.
I'm just gonna go.
Anyway.
Well, he has a funny idea of. Yeah, we should probably just throw this one out. Honestly, not only is it an egg timer, but even, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. You can just put this one in the trash, as in like the furnace.
Bimbert's gonna look at you and just go, Jesus, how bad was it?
I mean,
It's just slightly racist.
it's just maybe a little bit racist, but like, how do you even get to that from a timer, right? If you can make that logical leap, apparently, then like, what else could I even think about? Good God.
Bubble's just gonna go, I mean, there is a historic thing with over-categorization. Yeah, let's just decommission it. Let's just...
Yeah. Let's not think about it too bad. She's
Um,
gonna do that thing where she kind of throws it into the air and kicks it with her foot into a bin or something.
So as soon as you guys settle on decommission, you see a little pop-up on the computer screen hooked up to the AI core. It's just going to go colonial descent detected.
Christ.
And what's going to happen is the computer is then going to explode. I'm going to need a dodge check from you, Leo. And I'm going to roll one for everyone present as well.
And what
Dodge
is
is
this?
going to be the dodge skill plus coordination. To avoid the exploding laptop shrapnel.
It is just 5 dice.
Okay. Any matches?
I got 2 ones.
All right, that's actually enough. This thing cannot see
Son of a bitch.
you. You manage to get out of the way as the screen just blows shrapnel through a nearby door. You see the battery on the egg timer pop like popcorn into like a weird mess of bent wires and like lithium strands floating up. You see a light blue fizzle as it begins to burn, and you see another screen pop up. This one wireless saying "Upload initiated."
Oh God. I think Hex is rushing over and jacking in and seeing if she could get in there.
Okay, none of the other
Stop it.
Mallrats succeeded on their checks, so they're all blinded.
Get fucked.
Alright, I'm going to do a security check for you. This is going to be... We're going to do 3 in quick succession, and it's going to be in competition with the egg timer. Roll to hack. That's going to be security systems plus mind. Just full disclosure, the egg timer has 3 hard dice in hack. This is a race to 9. So in 3 rounds, the egg timer's going to win. Unless you can beat it.
Race to 9 in what way?
How many dice did you say you had in security systems?
I have 4 dice, but 10 mind and 2 hard dice in mind.
Okay, so you should just prepare to use multiple actions so that you can do multiple matches if you get them, because you have the extra dice.
You could take 2 multiple actions basically for free.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can take a maneuver called multiple actions, and you just roll 1 less die. But since you can only roll a maximum of 10 dice, your first couple maneuvers when hacking are just free. So you can actually do 2.
Okay, how many times can I do that? Because I have 6 extra die, basically, right?
You can do it 6 times.
You
Does that
only
mean I have 6 times 3 extra actions?
So each dice you remove is another action. So if you remove 1 dice, you can take 2 actions. So if you see 2 matches in your dice pool, that you roll, you can just take 2. And on top of that, you can take another penalty dice. So if you take 2 dice from the dice pool you're rolling, you can take 3 matches if you find 3 matches. On top of that,
I see.
you can take a maneuver that says, I'm going to do this fast, and you can take another penalty dice, and your action will be treated as 1 width faster than it actually is.
I feel like that one's more important than the third round.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 14 dice. I'm spending 2 to take two extra matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there a way? And if I do it fast, I can roll more times.
It'll be
I wouldn't worry about doing it fast for the first 2 rounds.
basically if in the final round you both roll 3 10s, but you've taken the action that makes you go first, you'll be over the finish line first and you'll win, even though you rolled the same width. Like if you rolled the same 3 10s, you can, if you take a penalty dice to go first before you roll.
Yeah. Okay. If I'll technically, since we rolled at the same time, I would still get priority. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm rolling 3 sets of.
No.
So
You'd
you're gonna
roll
roll 8.
You'd roll
And-
your dice pool as normal, but you know how you can normally only take 1 match if you roll, like say you roll 10 dice,
Yes. Okay.
and you have your 2 hard dice, but you also roll like 2 5s. Normally you'd only be able to take the 2 10s. With multiple actions, you can do both.
Oh.
You
Okay.
always only roll 10 dice.
Always only roll 10 dice, yep.
Yeah.
We are going to do this over 3 rounds, but only roll 10 dice per round.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll 10 dice, and then if
I think you.
since I have a lot more dice than 10, I can sacrifice some to do extra actions. Is what you're
I
saying?
think you
Yes.
are gonna roll 8 dice because you do have 2 hard dice.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna roll 8 because we count hard dice as being rolled, even though they always go up as 10.
Okay. But then I can take the extra matches.
Correct. Yeah,
I can take 2 sets of extra matches from it. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I already rolled 3 times. So
Okay, those
Just
will be
take
your
the first
3
one.
rounds. Or yeah,
so
Do you want to post the rolls and we can explain how that works if you're confused?
well, the way I'm assuming it is that I could take both 2 8s and 2 1s and 3 10s.
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
All right, so on the first round, you're already at 2, 4, 7. This egg timer is hampered by the fact that it's basically running on a potato, like a potato batter.
Mhm.
And you are the goddamn Ferrari of computers. You managed to get through, like, you're throwing up ice, you're getting into the mainframe, you're shutting shit down.
Yes.
Before we even reach the second round, you've already completely locked this thing out. And its battery, it tries to overclock its battery to get through what you've set up. And it just,
Half the potato.
you see the egg timer just melt and begin playing the British national anthem.
How'd you even get speakers? You're an egg timer.
Oh no, it's burning the lithium in tune. It's like a Tesla coil.
Oh.
Even in death. You see, Hex salutes it as it's dying. I guess rest in peace, I guess.
As it burns, everyone gets back to their feet over a couple of minutes. You see Quicksort come back into the room going, "Oh shit, guys, we just got a pneumo from admin. They're requesting an Omega level AI core. So if the egg timer was, a potato battery, an Omega level AI core would be like the sun."
Where do we have an Omega level AI core?
You know
Thinks it's
what?
just gonna look around.
That's not gonna. We're not gonna give it to him. How do we I was gonna give him the egg timer and tell them that was an Omega level AI core because they obviously won't be able to tell the difference.
X just kind of nods. Yeah, okay.
Where is it?
Mhm.
And kind of the camera kind of scrolls over to the melted pile of plastic in the corner.
There's just somehow a British flag burned into the pedestal.
Yeah.
Why? What's the British flag doing there?
You know, I think actually, that's. Can I pay you not to ask that question?
Consider it dropped. But if it is destroyed, we do have the question of we got to send them something. Everything else is cataloged. We can't quote unquote lose it.
I mean, well, assuming that admin isn't, being a dramatic piece of shit, any old thing could do, right?
Well,
Which includes me. She kind of smiles and gives a big thumbs up and, points at herself.
Quicksort is just like teary-eyed going, "You're a goddamn hero, Hex. I'm not gonna forget this. When you're back in 2 days, we're gonna. I guess I guess a cake wouldn't. Do you want batteries? What's good for you?
We'll cross that road when we get to it. Honestly, that's a great question.
All right, we'll think of something, buddy. They hand you the the admin summons. Everyone just starts giving you bags of scrap, batteries, just little sentimental things to help you on your way.
She's gonna find a backpack or something just to stuff everything that everyone is giving to her.
All right, you get a little backpack. You are currently doing this in one of the Mallrats underground tunnels. So Viet Cong style, you work your way out of the tunnel, open up a hidden hatch in a widescreen TV in an abandoned circuit city, and you scare the shit out of a homeless man.
That's gonna be one of my characters someday.
He begins choking on the antifreeze he was drinking.
You probably shouldn't drink that.
It's the only thing that makes me feel anything. And he
That'll be
passes out.
useful in a few years.
Hex just nods and continues on her way.
It was weird. Anyways,
Okay, so we cut to Magpie. So Magpie, how have they been settling into their new role as admin? They're coming from a place where entire sections of the geography would change the second you blink, and everyone there would gaslight you into thinking it was always the same.
and also it was all really, really bad quality ribbons on all of the shelves in that geography.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which the bad quality costuming supplies is almost worse.
You weren't in the theatrical district where they take that shit seriously. You were in the carnival section at that time.
This isn't fucking Joanne's.
And now you're working at a place where people get worried about you if you take a different walk path to your cubicle.
I think Magpie has been doing what all depressed goths do whenever they're in a situation where they're uncomfortable, which is not say anything and not look at anyone in the eye.
That's very fair.
She's just sort of been walking around, and maybe the point where she does just occasionally accidentally bump into people. She is trying to be as unobtrusive as humanly or superhumanly possible.
You are very good at that. Your stealth roll. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
say
have
right
3
now.
hard dice in this shit.
Yeah, plus the supplemental abilities. You don't bump into anyone unless you want to. You are effectively a ghost unless you're near one of the high-level admins who can just see through your stuff. Like the ones who are constantly auditing the details of their environment and like inference your like presence.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, you've just been a ghost for the past couple of however long you've been here. Time kind of slipped past you at this point. But you've come across a problem. You have been trying to get your hands on a particular form for days now. Every single time you've put in the correct paperwork, you get hit with a standard changing, a clerical error either on your part or the person processing it. Either way, it requires a correctional form to be filed or you to go back and make a revisional change. It's just been a nightmare, and you're no closer to getting it than you were days ago. But you see the piece of paper, you see the form you need just next to a photocopier. With your stealth, you could just photocopy the form.
Is anyone looking at the photocopier right now? Does it appear that anyone is looking at the photocopier at the very least?
No, everyone's pretty busy because the currency exchange is about to open, and that once that happens, it basically draws all attention for like a solid hour.
Sam, would you say that this piece of paper would perhaps weigh less than 5 pounds?
It would weigh less than 5 pounds.
Cool. I am going to make I'm going to go up to the photocopier and I am going to photocopy it and put the copy back on top of the original.
Okay.
And then I am going to I'm going to open up the cuckoo clock on my back and create a bird for 30 minutes in the future.
It's still there.
My bird is I'm going to use my another time, another place and have my bird grab the original that is not photocopied and hand it to me.
All right, you've made a copy of the form in such a way that it's going to be damn near impossible to tell you've done it.
I have done a quantum photocopy.
You're feeling pretty clever. You're feeling pretty good about yourself.
I'm feeling incredibly good about myself. Magpie isn't smiling because that's not goth, you know. Sam.
They're getting the hang of this. Unfortunately, that wasn't a very admin thing to do. And
shit. Fuck.
As you kind of curse yourself out for a second, you notice a pipe above the photocopier leaks a single drop of water that falls into the photocopier, and you see a spark occur as 4 pieces of paper print out in rapid succession.
I'm gonna look at 4 pieces of paper.
The first one it looks like a mix of random JavaScript, ink splotches, and skid marks that have somehow formed the words "I know" in the negative space. Hey Jay, do you want to roll Streetwise for me real fast?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I have 4 dice in mind and 2 dice in Streetwise. That is a pair of 7s.
All right. So the admin have a demon on their payroll by the name of Laplace.
Haha.
Uh,
Sam, that was funny.
so, he manipulates probability and is pretty much invisible to all but the highest level of admin. He's impossible to directly observe unless he does something to manipulate the environment. You figure that he has a conversation planned out where each of these pages are his response to whatever you're about to say.
Cool. That probably doesn't phase Magpie as much as it should on account of the fact that's basically how her power works. So she is going to say, Laplace, I don't. Do you think that maybe there's some way that you could let me get away with this? I really need this form copied, and I mean, maybe we could. No. Maybe I could help you find a form, or make some copies for you, or.
Do you flip over the second page?
I flip over the next page.
There are no shortcuts in administration. There is only the path.
Crap, okay, I don't suppose you're... How many people already know?
You flip it over. It is an auditor request form.
Is it for me?
It is for you. Your information is already pre-filled out.
Ruh-roh.
Where am I supposed to bring this one?
You flip over the final page. It's I didn't think of a good bureaucratic name for this, but the Office of Planning and Future Affairs.
All right, I'll walk to the Office of Planning and Future Affairs, and I'll stop being stealthed, and I will hold out a form that audits me.
So you get in there, and you see one of your coworkers who you've worked with in the past. Admin has a bunch of funny rules about people who can see the future. One of which is, unless 3 precogs can, within a 95% accuracy rating, determine an event is likely, they don't act upon precog. So this person is named Newsflash. There's someone you've worked with in the past, and as a precog, you know sometimes when you see something that you don't like, it does mess with you. Newsflash's ability is a cork board about 12 feet wide that has newspaper clippings of disasters in the future.
So they're not having a normal one ever, basically.
Yeah, you walk right in there. They don't even respond to you entering the room. They just have their cold cup of coffee, bags under their eyes, and she is just staring at the corkboard.
Hey, Newsflash.
She screams and throws the coffee.
Yeah, that's fair.
It misses you by like 8 feet.
Laplace wanted me to bring this audit request in.
Newsflash looks at it and goes, "Oh, you're my new audit group."
I guess I'm your new audit group.
It's weird that they have
We've
used
worked
the
together before. I'm Magpie. You might have forgotten about me. I'm kind of forgettable.
You are the only person that hasn't made fun of me. To my face, at least.
Why would I make fun of you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she like slicks back her hair and goes, "Sorry, it's been technically a year for me, I guess. But it's been 12 hours.
Right. I'm gonna make a bird to look here 12 hours in the past.
You see Newsflash longingly looking at a loaded gun.
You know, they make people who can take away artifacts. I looked into some a while back.
Why would I want to take this away? Do you know how many disasters I've averted? Do you know how much shit goes wrong? I need to know all of it. She is shaking.
Okay, I guess that is fair. Can you process this for me and
Yeah,
Am I doing the audit, or am I getting audited?
absolutely. She just quickly snatches it, not in a rude way, but she is actively trying to move faster than she can kind of way.
Yeah.
All right, so there's we requested a few things. This is really a 2-person job, so I figured I would request the components to put together like a robotic kind of bodyguard for you. Like I requested a mech from the Greasers, and then I requested a power core for it from the Lurkers, and then I requested an AI core to run it. So, it should just be perfectly loyal. Shouldn't be too much drama.
That's cool. I like robots, I guess.
So, we're gonna cut to you three all arriving at the same time.
There's 3 separate doors, and we all Kramer into the room.
Yeah.
So
unless he has to, Caesar will not move at anything other than a leisurely stroll.
I'm gonna say, weirdly enough, Caesar gets there. No, sorry. Skeeter absolutely gets there first because he has the vehicle.
100%.
100%. He's been gunning that shit in the saddest way, but the fastest way. So Junkzilla skids to a stop over 80 yards.
A skid to a slop, actually.
It slops over.
Yeah.
By the way, what have I been carrying this whole time? Was I just supposed to go here, or was I bringing people?
You haven't reached the job yet. You're going to the place where you find out what the job is.
Oh, okay.
So you get there, and immediately you're like, this is a person-sized door. I can't bring a vehicle through there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we gotta find a garage for my baby girl.
You hear a light knocking on the side of your mech.
I look out and I go, "Watch your hands!"
Don't touch my woman.
You just see like this pencil pushing motherfucker with a clipboard going, "Hey, I just wanted to ask, is this a service vehicle?"
You can ask with your goddamn mouth, not your hands. Sorry, what was that?
Is this a support vehicle? Like a service vehicle?
Is this a support vehicle?
Yeah, like emotional support?
I'm gonna do a little whew, in through the nose, out through the mouth. No, this is not a fucking support vehicle!
You see them with a...
I'm here on assignment, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but due to the, well, we don't like to use the word disabilities, but, for the accessibility laws in this area, we know greasers sometimes have panic attacks if they're separated from their vehicles for more than 12 seconds. So they hold up a yellow vest that just says service vehicle on it, like you would put on a dog.
How big is the vest?
It's like
is it for me or is it for the mech?
It's for the mech. It's for Junkzilla.
Oh my god.
If you're okay being separated from your vehicle, that's totally fine. We just have to ask. We don't want you to feel excluded.
Yeah, literally exactly that. You know what? I think Man, fuck you. I don't need to. I don't need you telling me how I feel. You got a garage or something around here? I'm gonna park. It's gonna be fine. I'll show you.
Yeah, we got
We
street
cut
parking. They hand
30
you
seconds
a
later.
they hand you a ticket that
Mhm.
that just gives you a parking space that's technically 4 parking spaces because Jugzilla is huge.
Uh-huh.
The admin just looks down and goes, "All right, well, have a wonderful day," and they just jump off.
All right, cool. I go and I very care. How close is my parking space to like other cars?
It is back to back.
It is back
This
to back.
is not a road. This is a walkway that was meant to be for people, but the greasers insisted on having parking spaces, so they just made do with what they had.
All right. Is the admin guy still in earshot?
No.
God damn it. All
Well,
right.
you don't see him. I'll say it that way. You don't see him.
Okay. Well, if I don't see him, I don't think he would reasonably hear me. So I'm just going to very, very carefully. Jugzilla is a crab walker, so I'm just gonna very carefully, like, foot by foot, inch my way into the 4x4 parking space, making very, very careful, being very, very careful to not hit and let any of the other vehicles surrounding me get anywhere close to, like, the legs of Jugzilla.
Even with the most careful finesse that is humanly possible, as soon as you get out, you see there is less than a quarter of a centimeter clearance between you and the car behind you. The car behind you is also a junker. It is nothing but dense scrap parts and a jet engine on the back. It doesn't actually have an actual engine. It's just a jet engine.
It's literally purpose built to scratch my baby.
There is also a flying saucer parked above you, Scrapzilla.
Oh, what the hell? Alright, I need a vest. I need a vest now.
You see the floor tile beneath you slide away like a panel as the admin kind of unfurls, hands you the vest, and then gets back down.
Oh, so they used to be a mole rat.
Alright,
They used to be a mole rat.
begrudgingly put the vest onto Jugzilla and take her in.
You're guided to a larger entrance where you get on a freight elevator.
Are you saying freight or freight elevator?
Freight, as in like
Okay.
cargo ships.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, just due to the last experience I had riding an elevator in the mall.
That's fair. As you're loading up onto the elevator, Skeeter, I'm gonna say the second person to arrive is gonna be Caesar, and the local admin's gonna go, "All right, hey, what brings you to the local office, buddy?"
Well, I was talking with some workers, and they showed me this. What is this audit summon thing that they got? And I don't know who wrote this, but they did a real bad job. Can you explain in like the simplest possible terms what you're looking for?
They look at it and go, "Yep, this was written by Newsflash." Okay, I have no fucking clue. Do you want to just go up to our office? The crab walker loading onto that freight elevator, they're heading the same way. Do you want to just...
Oh, that'd be lovely, thanks. I'll just grab my stack of papers and I assume I probably have like where one might wear like a holster for a gun, I have a holster for like large stacks of papers that I get from admin that I need to go have reduced.
You need a
That's fair.
backpack?
You hear... Do you hear... Does Hex actually say, "Do you want a backpack?" watching Caesar
No, I
do
mean-
that?
I said, do you mean a backpack?
No. It's a holster.
Okay. No, I would not say that.
Speaking of backpacks, as Anna walks up to the admin office, the admin just goes, what?
Hex.
Did I say Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hex. 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 H-E-X. Brain. Okay. as Hex walks up, the local admin's kind of like filling out their paperwork, going, "Alrighty, here's someone coming up. Hello. You.
Hello.
You,
Hello. Actually, no.
you-
Magpie instantly goes into stealth.
Are you a chop doc? What?
No. You asked the Mallrats for an AI core, and I think this is the best you're gonna get. She kind of flexes, but also points at herself with her thumb.
You're
She's still flexing.
part of the Ex Machina? What's going on here?
Mallrats. I'm Mallrat.
Don't they work with them all? I don't know. Okay. Here's a note, so you shouldn't be shot on sight.
Oh, cool.
Go.
Gotta do that?
Sometimes,
Okay.
the automated defense turrets, they are really narrow in their definition of human sometimes.
Ah. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Like, we got the
Understand.
mutant thing worked out, thank God, but... legally, though, you do need to take the freight elevator.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
I mean,
it's
no,
just-
that makes sense. Yeah, it's fine.
Legally,
Yeah,
I think I have to consider you a vehicle.
Oh, that's cool. Want to go for a ride?
Are you...
She's gonna get on the freight elevator.
like, he's still a minute like, were you hitting on me?
She gets on the freight elevator. She does not turn around. She's facing the back of the freight elevator.
Okay. So, all three of you get onto the freight elevator. You all are wearing the same little, You guys all notice you have the same seal on your papers as being part of the same audit group.
Oh, hey. Same paperwork.
Y'all also have an issue with your groups?
No, I'm just the coolest person they have in the Mallrats, so.
Oh, I can see that. Are you a Mallrat?
Yeah, baby. Loud and proud.
I would have thought you were a chop dog. Anyway, how about you, fella? Up in the neck? Car?
Mighty fine mech, I have to say. It's great. Gives a big thumbs up.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait till you see this baby out there in the pits. Now they put me on this, I don't even know what, but
I'm gonna start flipping through the paperwork like really fast. And I was like, I don't see anything about pits here. I'm like barely looking at it. I'm like half looking at you, half looking at the paperwork.
Yeah, this is explicitly a non-combat gig.
yeah. Yeah, this here, I'm just gonna go into the full, here's Drugzilla, you know, me and her have a long history. First mech I ever had, only mech for me if you ask me. Now, we've been about, like, let's see. How long do mech fighters usually live?
3 years tops.
A couple years? Okay. Because in my mind's eye, Skeeter's like 35.
So, here's the thing. Is it underground, high-paying, black market shit? Or is it like you're just going to the junkyard with some boys?
It's like,
Because
It's
there's like no
basically-
shelf life on the junkyard
It is
with
like-
some boys.
yeah, I'm thinking like junkyard. Like, this is not like a slick illegal operation. This is like demolition derby.
Alright, so the main limiting factor there is civilian mech tech has really only been a thing for like 20 years.
Okay.
With like some
I
very
mean, that's
early
fine.
adopters having access maybe like 30 years ago.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I can just say we'll say Skeeter started with cars and then flipped into this.
Yeah.
So I guess, but would it be like insane if I said I've been doing this for like 10, 15 years?
That would be like saying someone. It's like going, yeah, I built my own Amiga 2 when I was 5. That would be about like that level of impressive, you know?
Okay. Well then, yeah, Skeeter would 100% say that.
Hell yeah.
I've been in the game. I'm in the game for 10, 15 years now. Let me tell you, I've seen just about everything. But you know, the one thing I haven't seen is anybody who could take out me and Junkzilla.
I
Well.
believe it.
I'm glad you'll be escorting us.
I'm not gonna fight it. I believe it.
Anyway, do y'all have any idea what this is? Because, like, they just mostly have nuclear specs on here for... Well, they wanted one of the coalition
man.
workers.
Oh wait, I'm working with y'all? Is that what y'all talk about?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a little unclear.
Sheesh. All right then. Well, what's the situation?
Oh, I got no idea.
Oh, all right. I was thinking maybe they just weren't telling me nothing, but
Well,
seems like we're all in the dark about this.
so what happened with mine is they were trying to communicate with the lurkers, and admin doesn't know how to do that. So they sent a 45-page technical document that didn't specify anything about what they wanted to do. So I have no information, which is why I'm at this office.
Well,
I'd like to amend. You would have said this here office.
Is Hex just having a flashback to the fucking egg timer during this entire conversation?
I think maybe halfway through you see Doom start playing on her screen.
Alright, so the freight elevator reaches its final destination, wakes Hex out of her little screensaver, as Newsflash just... It goes directly into Newsflash's office, by the way, as she looks at the elevator with optimism, and then just her face just falls and goes, oh.
Howdy.
Hey.
I got some questions. I'm just gonna walk up to her desk and like plop down the papers. I was like, all right, so y'all sent this technical document to the lurkers, which that they got the wrong idea. They were loading up nukes. Anyway,
They were doing what?
I told them to stop. They're building a railroad now.
So they are not mailing us nukes right now, just to confirm.
No, they stopped. They're working on a railway. I don't know where to, but yeah. So what were you asking for?
I just wanted a power core. I also asked...
You know they don't give them out.
Look, they've done it before. We don't know. I figured we could do it again. I
So
said...
I'm gonna kind of like move my jacket so she can't see the demon core. I'm not gonna do a good job at that if she has any perception talents, but
Sam,
What's up?
question. Can I see the demon core?
I'm gonna say just...
I am
Tell you
currently
hiding it.
using stealth in the office, so
I am hiding it from her, not any other angle.
Okay, since you're stealthed and it wasn't hidden initially, I'm gonna say Magpie does see it. Yeah.
does anyone else in the party have the ability to see through me when I'm stealthed?
Technically speaking, I think the only one who would have a chance is maybe Leo, because they have 5 cents, but like they would
Okay.
have to roll it incredibly well. If Leo wants to roll incredibly well, that's fine. Or wants to roll,
I'll roll just
perception.
to see if I can.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll roll also.
And while they're rolling, I'd like to ask, and you were about to say something else, sorry.
All right. While those two are rolling, I'm just gonna Newsflash is gonna look down, going, yeah, I just wanted to requisition the parts to build this works. They're going to immediately just skirt around the fact that they fucked up and didn't get what they wanted. This is good. Four brains is better than one.
What's that corkboard behind you?
Bad stuff. So the main one is, in about 3 days, due to something to do with some structural supports, A massive shelf of the fourth floor is going to collapse and kill about 6 million people.
Do you want me to have the workers? I can tell the workers to fix that.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's not considered actionable quite yet because I don't have on-site verification. And
Okay, so you need to go get on-site verification for it.
I'm gonna just stop being stealth. That's where I come in.
Oh, howdy.
Yeah, not even Leo was able to see him. So you guys
Yeah,
just
Jesus Christ.
I wish you could have told me that before our guests arrived that we were having guests. Newsflash.
Yeah, I wish I knew too. Okay, so I technically wasn't able to get approval for just a basic, remote viewing permit. So I had to get permission for a full investigation. Weirdly enough, that was easier to get approval for.
makes sense.
So basically, I need you guys to do two things. One, I need you to go to the site of the accident and try and figure out what could cause it. And I'll need Magpie here to be the third person to verify my prediction. If you can stop it before it happens, all the better.
Who's
Okay.
the second person?
Oh, we have this guy named Hunch. Basically, his power is he's got a cowboy hat and he can look at something and then he can nod and tip the cowboy hat and go mm-hmm or mm-mm.
I love that.
That's okay.
That power sucks.
I might kind of agree there.
Look, he's our most reliable. He's shockingly reliable.
I guess when it's super simple, your powers are pretty reliable because there's not really much way for them.
Yeah,
to...
it's super simple. All I gotta say is yes, no. I could do that.
Yes and no with confirmation. Real helpful.
Yeah. So basically, you four are. I believe it has to do with people. Just the only lead I have right now is we had some of our clairvoyants take a look, and it looks like some people have been shaving some of the polychrome supports for materials.
Oh my god.
Or at the very least, they've been settling. I'm not sure. There's a lot of ways to hide what they're doing there. Now, as soon as they say that, pretty much everyone is going to have a reaction. Skeeter, you immediately know that sometimes the greasers will kind of shave off a little bit from the polychrome supports from time to time. They're absurdly strong, so it's widely considered, taking a pound here or there, not a big deal. And they make for some really good chassis material. Like, it's chrome that don't scratch. If you put that on Scrapzilla, you would never have to worry about it getting scratched again.
Yeah, but then it'll be all shiny and chrome.
Yeah. Well, you can dull it down. That's what makes it so good.
Whatever.
So here's
Don't tell me how to build my own mech.
I know. I'm saying what's possible. That's all. So here's the thing. The first thing you think of is, good lord, it would be a disaster if, it's just something it would be a disaster if the greasers got blamed for that. So, just complete the job, make sure the greasers aren't blamed. That's like your little faction thing right there. Leo, as you see some of the pictures, this looks like settling that might be caused by mall rat tunneling in unapproved areas. You might want to verify that mall rats didn't cause this, and if they did, anytime they crack down on the tunnels, it directly leads to mall rats having to operate out in the open, and they tend to get mugged more often. it makes things more dangerous for them.
Well, I don't have to worry about that because if all the maps are correct, then there's nothing that is unsanctioned going on. Smile emoji.
Nice. Seth, Caesar, you have the opposite problem. The lurkers definitely did not cause this. However, admin records of investigations are public knowledge. Anyone you guys investigate are going to be getting a visit from the lurkers to verify what you found.
Gotcha.
So, basically, your entire job for if you want this to go, and the admin doesn't like it when the lurkers do that. So during this investigation, you actively want to minimize the number of leads you follow up on.
Okay.
And finally, Jay, you might have a way to blame the clowns for this. Sometimes sometimes clowns will harvest polychrome for fireworks and some of their tricks. There's a non-zero chance you might be able to pin this on the clowns.
Fascinating. I'm gonna look over at everyone and kind of like puff myself up a little bit to make myself seem important and my best, like, admin stance. Be like, well, my name is Magpie. I imagine I'll be your admin liaison.
Ah, well,
Hi, Magpie.
Where's
Caesar,
Misha?
I'm gonna reach out, shake your hand.
She kind of looks at your hand and keeps her hands in her pockets.
Understandable.
I'm gonna reach over and shake your hand, Caesar.
Oh, that
Hi,
is
I'm
good.
Hex.
Great to meet you, Hex. Are you an AI? Or are you like I don't know what you are.
Yeah,
Sorry, if
that's great.
rude.
Just that's great. Okay.
Caesar just smiling out at that.
All right.
And
You are. She looks at fucking
Skeeter?
what's his name?
Skeeter?
But Skeeter?
Peter. Thank you.
Huh?
I was trying to think of the name and just there's just so much going on inside of Skeeter.
Yeah. Well, my ears must be deceiving me because I did tell the group that I was Skeeter, and I did specifically request you to not forget the name.
I don't think Magpie hears
I must
that.
be going crazy. I must be hearing things.
well, Magpie wasn't here for that.
Yeah.
I've just been in this office all morning.
Oh, I thought you was in that elevator with us.
No.
Coming up from nowhere like that.
I work here. Why would I?
Oh, you work here? I thought you were one of them. What am I called?
I just said I was the admin liaison.
Oh, yeah, but you look like a clown.
I'm gonna
Skeeter's
roll
like-
Sam. I'm gonna roll a stability check.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
command plus stability.
I'm gonna like quietly walk over to Skeeter and just to the side, like, hey, if they got sensor bars over their face, that means.
Sam, I got a 4 and a 10.
You have failed your stability check.
What is a sensor bar? What does that mean?
Oh, that's that black clowns over their ass.
Skeeter, when you hear sensor bar, the first
so it's
thing
an
you think
X-clown.
of is like the backup bar sensor that beeps when you get too close to a car you're backing up into.
I failed the roll very hard. I got a 4 and a 10. I only have 2 dice.
Magpie passes out.
Magpie just hears Enter the Gladiators start playing in like
Oh,
super
God.
slow
Oh,
reverb.
God.
You guys just see Magpie begin sweating.
There's the sound of distant clown honks, and no one can tell if it's Magpie making the noise or like something else.
Hey, you doing all right? You don't look so good.
Newsflash, recognizing an anxiety attack, gently comes up with like a warm blanket, like a warm towel, puts it on the back of your neck, hands you some tea. Because it's gonna be, well, nothing's ever going to be okay, but you'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to make things worse, but in a different way?
Yes, please.
Okay. You ever hear about the clockwork virus?
No.
Do you want to
I
hear
bet
about
I have.
Oh,
No.
oh, that would be insensitive. I am so sorry. Wait,
Oh no,
is
I
that...
think it'd probably be cool. What's going on?
Wait, you didn't have the clockwork? Why are you like that? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's really insensitive of me.
Just a smile emoji on her face.
Hey! So we're about 3 hours from closing time. You're probably not gonna have time to do, a full-on investigation before we hit Noche Obscura.
I don't
And
sleep.
the gang warfare breaks out. So I'm gonna give you guys a stipend for a nice little hotel near the site. And bye. They just fucking open an escape
Have a
hatch
lovely
under their
day.
desk and bail.
Well,
I'm gonna like yell "Have a lovely day" down the escape hatch.
Sam, before we move on any further, I realize we haven't described our characters for the Tomcast.
Oh shit.
Also, I don't
Yeah.
know what everyone's characters look like.
All right.
Okay.
So as you guys are in an office alone, you guys get your first real chance to get a look at each other. We're gonna start with Seth and work our way down to Jay, Leo, and then Skeeter.
All right. So Caesar is he's actually a pretty old guy. He has like graying hair. Wrinkles are starting, but they're not there yet. Clean shaven face. He's wearing a like blue shirt. It's not a jean shirt, but it's like a little bit lighter than navy blue, like button down shirt. Just with like t-shirt sleeves, not all the way down, jeans and cowboy boots. He has a holster that used to be filled with paperwork on his side and nothing else on his person.
Cool.
Jay, go.
Magpie is like she looks like she's in her early 20s, and has like very pale skin, dresses in really really dark clothes, like all blacks with a couple like metal studs, very traditional goth clothing, and she on her face has the unmistakable like French sad clown makeup tattooed onto her face, like a little like upside down black heart shape on her lips and like big black teardrops tattooed on her cheeks, but across her eyes is just like a black tattooed sensor bar, like her eyes and brow have just been completely blacked out, and she has a hairstyle where everything is shaved except for the bangs.
That's a
that look
powerful
like?
hairstyle.
Like
I imagine it in my brain.
like straight bangs, right? Like hanging down in front, like with like a straight cut, and then everything else is shaved.
Okay.
Perfect. It's a look.
Also, she has a huge fuck off cuckoo clock strapped on her back like a backpack.
I like that. That is very cool. I like cuckoos.
All right.
Is it me next?
Yes.
You next.
Hex has a CRT for a head. She's currently wearing a red leather jacket that's rolled up to the sleeves, and so her arms end with 2 power gloves. Her leather jacket is maybe, if she were a humanoid, maybe a little bit too open. But what you see is like the very rough outlines of what would be a human body, but it's like all of that shitty kind of old computer plastic kind of beige. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Does she have robot tits?
No.
Okay.
And then she has like what? Like I'm imagining she has jeans on with tears. And a little bit of tears, you can just see wires through it into the legs. And then I don't know about shoes. I was gonna say floppy disks, but she's got flip flops on. There you go. Flip floppy disks.
Nice.
Magpie also is wearing 6-inch black platform heels.
Okay.
All right. I guess that leaves me. So you see before you Skeeter, who is a unimpressive, unattractive, scraggly-looking guy. He's short. He's pot-bellied. He's real, but like in the way that he's just like round in the middle and real skinny arms. He's wearing his uniform, which is which consists of like a yellow jumpsuit and brown overalls and a tool belt, kind of like lazily hanging at his side. He's got a red, it's a legally distinct Bass Pro Shop hat that's bright red, and he's constantly chewing on something.
What does it say?
know
What does the
what.
Bass Pro Shop hat say?
It says Sass Bro Pop. I don't know.
Sass Bro Slop?
It's Sass Bro Bahop, I guess. He looks extremely unimpressive, especially considering what he's standing next to, which is Junkzilla. Junkzilla is a hulking behemoth of a mech. It's about 18 feet tall. Mounted, it's a humanoid torso, mounted on 4 giant crab-looking legs. At the middle, in the center of directly under the torso, there's a pair of truck nuts that are constantly clanging together as this thing moves.
Your metal truck nuts?
Yeah, it's got metal truck nuts at the bottom, but I guess it's mech nuts. And it's got 2 giant, sort of hydraulically assisted, real grungy looking arms. One of them ends in like a giant, like a crude claw shape that with the inner lining of it completely covered in like random chainsaw bits and drill bits. The other arm has a much smaller, more opposable claw hand, but underslung underneath it is just this giant fuck off minigun, with like a little decal of, like those truck decals of like the skinny bitch on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's got one of those spray painted onto the barrel, like not the barrel, but the housing, I guess.
What if the spray painted on Skinny Bitch was just also Truckzilla?
It's got a dragon head on it. And so does Truckzilla also. The very top of Truckzilla, atop this humanoid body, is just a giant, like, dragon head scrapped together with all sorts of jagged, like, rusty, like, scrap metal, in the rough approximation of a dragon head. And every now and then as this thing moves or, like, uses its claw, shoots its gun. It's just like spitting fire out, but like cinematic fire, not like flamethrower fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, oh, God.
And I was gonna say, like, the general vibe of this entire thing also is just like Skeeter likes it, and Skeeter thinks it looks great. To the general public, this thing looks like a walking pile of garbage, basically. The entire outside of it, like, where instead of like having like, you know, like full like plate armor, it basically is just like sheets and sheets of scrap metal, like welded together and like thrown on haphazardly.
Now, is that a ride or escort? I don't know what's proper to ask for with a greaser. Haven't interacted with y'all too much.
What did you say? Did you say that again?
I was asking if the mech there was our ride or our escort. Are we riding in or on that, or was it just walking with us?
Well, I don't know, y'all, so you can walk for all I care.
All right. Well, we do need to get there about the same time.
All right.
So,
You actually feel your audit papers burning a little bit as you look up. It says you are the dedicated transport.
Ah, shit. All right, well, if we're going to be taking Jungzilla out for a ride, we're going to have to establish some ground rules. First off, you will, I repeat, will clean your shoes before you get in, okay? I don't want you tracking mud all over the interior. Second off, you do not touch any of the buttons inside of it. This thing is a high-octane wire death machine. You hit the wrong button, someone's going to end up dead, all right? And I can't have that on me, legally.
You see Hex do that, like, dang, snap.
Third rule, while Skeeter is driving, we will listen to Skeeter's music, and no one can say shit about it, all right? That is, consider that your, what's the word, your fare.
understandable. I'm going to like quietly produce earplugs from my pocket and like wait and see if I need them.
All right. Are there any questions?
It's about time to get going.
I raise my hand.
Yeah, blue one.
Does it have an AI core? I'm wearing red. Does it have an AI core?
Oh, what? You wear a red
colorblind.
shit? Yeah, I think so.
Is Skeeter red blue colorblind?
It would explain a lot if Skeeter was colorblind, wouldn't it?
What color does Skeeter think the service animal thing is on Junkzilla?
Huh? Well, the reason he was so against it is because he thought it was like a hot pink. He didn't realize. He didn't.
Oh,
No, I can't. It can't actually be that because I'm also wearing yellow, and there's no way Skeeter would try to put on yellow or what he thought was pink. So I guess to him it just looks like. I guess like he thinks he's wearing like.
What if they all look
He's
the
wearing
same
like jeans.
color?
He thinks he's wearing like jeans. So he's got blue and yellow switched, I guess.
He's got blue
Sam,
color blind.
Blue and red switched
That's
too.
the one that Sam has. Is blue and yellow.
I would like to
Oh,
maintain
sick.
that I am not colorblind. I've never been colorblind. I
Just-
may be colorblind in the future, but I hopefully never will.
You're just color challenged.
I am color perfected. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Okay. So-
You know, there's people that can see more colors than other people. But you're definitely not that because you're colorblind. Moving on.
Anyway, what's your question?
You got an AI core in there?
That's none of your goddamn business.
So Leo, you've interacted with enough greasers to know that that means no.
Would you like one?
Next question.
Does anyone even have any other questions?
Magpie's gonna raise a hand.
Yeah, what's up?
You said that our fare was listening to your music, but you're already getting paid.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Audit groups are not
Yes.
paid. It's community service.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Well, you can consider this the Skeeter Fair, right? Because there ain't no way in hell I'm going to be stuck on the road with y'all without my tunes. And if you don't like them, you can take a hike.
As the group leader, I believe that actually my tunes are the ones that take precedent.
Your tunes are the ones that take precedent? Really? Okay.
I am.
If your tunes take precedent, then you can carry everybody to... Where are we going?
It's a little trading. So it's considered a strip mall about 30 miles from here. Not too far by mall standards, in all honesty. So it's about 2 floors down. It's just a strip mall. There's 1,000 of them. They don't. It has like some generic name like Vietnamese Plaza or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're certain the locals will have a name for it, but it's just a place that's built underneath a little viewing deck on the 5th floor. Nothing too notable about it except for the fact that apparently a major collapse is supposed to take place there. If you're wondering what gangs are in the area, it's on the fringe of a nearby carnival, and specifically carnival territory, which is there's a putt-putt golf course, which is hardcore clown territory.
Yep.
There's also a garage that lets out onto the main area, so there are greasers in the area. Primarily, though, it is considered corner store coalition territory, which is an amalgamation of independent shops that kind of formed a union to stand up to the gangs.
Mm.
They make money more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. So would you say that area is more of like a neutral ground then? Since it's non-gang affiliated?
Well, the coalition is a gang. It is their territory, but they try and keep things peaceful, so that violence is bad for business unless you're trying to do something. But given the corner store's kind of gestalt nature, they really aren't in the. Their MO is not to make big plays.
Mm.
They just grind you down with economic superiority.
Gotcha.
Cool. Anyway, if you're gonna pick the tunes, you can walk there, and you can carry all of us there then, huh?
I was just establishing a point of order that... Never mind. I don't think you'd understand.
Damn straight. Get in.
I'll climb up and help other people up before I get in.
Yeah, Magpie's gonna need help because she's only got 2 body.
I mean, I also have only 2 body, but
Body gang, rise up. I'm trying to figure out where I would actually keep y'all in this mech, because I'm assuming I only built it for just me. So I think you guys are either holding onto the cockpit or you're like riding on the shoulders.
I was honestly picturing riding on the shoulders or the platform where the legs are.
Well,
Magpie's
platform
pretty
where the
small.
legs are. Do you want to hang from the truck nuts?
No.
No. Okay, sorry, that's not a platform. I thought the area where the legs connect.
Axe is hanging from the truck nuts.
Yeah, shoulder, back of the neck, something like that.
Magpie's pretty small, so he's gonna just squeeze into the cockpit.
Okay.
Hey Jay, are you using that one clown trick?
Yeah, how big is the cockpit?
How big is the cockpit?
Like, is it just big enough for Skeeter?
No, it's Skeeter spends most of his day in it, so it's comfortable, but everything is arm-ish reach. I'm thinking sort of it might be how in fighter jets there's the front seat and then there's the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of a back seat, it would just be the front seat can just recline out to there.
Magpie is gonna say, I hate doing this, and pull out a red clown nose from her pocket, put it on her face, and proceed to squeeze underneath the seat.
You hear the cracking of bones and this like a horrible
Oh!
rubbery stretching noise.
Oh God! What are you doing down there? You better not be messing with anything.
Am I able to talk when I'm
Yeah.
doing this? Getting comfortable.
Oh, well,
I imagine there's so many crumbs.
yeah. Well, don't make a mess.
It's pretty dirty down here. There's a lot of blacks who bibbin. It's supposed to be Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of beer stick down here.
Oh, well, it helps for traction. Don't worry about it. That's tactical slick right there.
It's horrible.
Anyway, let's kick this into gear, and I'm gonna yeehaw this bad boy.
All right, Leo. If Hex is hanging from the truck nuts, I'm gonna need an athletics check. That's gonna be the athletic skill plus body.
As soon as Hex realizes it's like work, she's gonna find somewhere better.
You can sit in the back seat. Magpie didn't take the back seat.
Okay.
All right, that just leaves Caesar on the shoulder, which I'm gonna say you can hold on to the cockpit. It's pretty stable actually. Weirdly
There's
enough.
plenty of stuff to hold on to too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like lock my leg into something that looks like it doesn't move and just chill up there.
Weirdly enough, that one bit is the only thing that moves on this bit.
I'll move my leg.
Okay, so how fast does Scrapzilla get? Was it 120 miles per hour or
Scrapzilla can
Junkzilla?
run.
Sorry.
It can run 120 yards per round. Yeah, so 120 miles per hour.
All right. So I need to ask, how much does Skeeter respect civilian right of way?
Wait, first, Sam. I need Kinsey to give us what music is being played.
Oh, you know exactly what type of music is getting
I want to
played.
hear it.
I assume
I want to hear
there
it.
is.
Say it.
You know that it is just high octane banjo. The only thing that you can hear over the engine is just down 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 down.
There's like a wet, meaty sound from under the seat of Magpie's foot tapping.
And with one mighty yeehaw, Skeeter hits the accelerator on this bad boy. Junkzilla takes off, and they go out to violate all sorts of traffic.
Traffic laws, not just the traffic laws.
The traffic laws, everything traffic related. The officers, they're gone too.
Oh god.
The only thing I have to ask is, at one point, you do see a red light. Now
What's the situation? What's the situation of the intersection? Right? Where is it like?
There
Is it all just like cars, or is it like trains?
There is a train crossing across the red light right now.
Mhm.
It is possible for Scrapzilla to jump over it, but you see something else at the red light. You see what looks to be an ice cream truck with a minigun mounted on top, and instead of ice cream menus, it's just various pictures of Hatsune Miku airbrushed on the sides.
Ugh.
That is a greaser
Ew.
vehicle. And it has trash fucking taste.
Yeah, seriously. Not like me.
So, if a greaser has declared one in violation of common decency, which is to say their taste fucking sucks, it is customary to challenge them to a race.
Oh god damn it!
Do a race.
Do you want to race the ice cream van? They're at a red light.
All right. Yeah,
All you have to do is stop and rev your engine.
I I pull up next to it, and I grab the overhead. I have like one overhead chain, and I yank that bad boy, and the flames on Junkzilla's head go crazy.
Ah! I'm gonna like camper down somewhere a little bit lower. I'm going to use my coin to identify whether or not a race is about to start.
Yes. So what you see is there is a single greaser wearing, the standard leather jacket, jeans, chain, but they also have like a little paper ice cream hat who looks like they want to fucking die, and you see a clown getting fucking wasted in the passenger seat. The second they see the flames, they push a button on the console, RGB lights light up the inside, and Carmela Danson starts blaring.
Oh, of course. I turn up my banjo music so I don't taint my soul.
Alright, so I'm gonna need you to roll a drive check. That's gonna be your drive skill, which is under coordination. You're gonna roll that in your coordination for me.
Okay, so let me figure out how to do this. Oh, it's driving, right?
Yep,
Okay, can you remind me what wiggle dice are?
they are any
whatever
number
you
you want
want
them to be.
Okay. Do I do it before or after I roll?
They can
After.
be any point.
Okay.
Remember, you want matches. You don't want like the highest numbers.
Right. So I roll my 4 dice, and then I got 2 10s, a 9, and a 3, and I've got 4 wiggle dice. So I'm just gonna matching. Yeah, I've got 4 wiggle dice on drive.
He's a really
So-
good driver.
So, in terms of gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Is it better to get matches of higher numbers?
So higher numbers are quality. Like if you're doing anything technical, you want higher numbers. If you want to be fast, you want more matches.
I want more matches. Okay. So then in that case, boot. Boot. Sorry, I need to like line this all up so I can tell you exactly what I've got. Okay. So, final result is I've got 2 10s, 2 9s, 2 8s, 2 3s. So I've got 4 matches.
All right. You didn't do multiple actions though, did you?
I don't know what that means, so no.
It's like what Leo was doing earlier with the egg timer, where you take penalty dice so you can take more than one match.
Do you have extra dice in your dice pool, or is it the dice pool 10?
You know what I can do? I can take the two dice from my wiggle dice, and so that way I can get 2 more matches. Is that right?
Yeah,
You would
but
wanna
in
make
this
it
case,
match.
it's not trying to beat a number. Every round, you're just trying to go for the widest set, the most matches.
Also,
Right.
did you roll 2 10s naturally?
I rolled 2 10s naturally, yes.
So, gain of
No
willpower.
willpower.
If you roll 2 10s, gain 2 willpower, or 1 willpower.
One.
2
Okay, so I
10s,
get
1
one
willpower. So
Okay.
in a straight up race where there's no technical component, 4 10s would be better than 2 10s and 2 9s.
Okay. But then why would I get rid of... I'm confused as to the getting rid of dice to take more actions.
Something
So
you do before
basically-
your roll, so you can roll less dice to do more.
But
count it
in this
as
situation, like in this specific situation, it's just going as fast as possible. If you were to say, if you wanted to go fast, but also like I don't know, a train started crossing in front of you and you needed to jump over it, you would need a set to jump over it and a set to race. If you
I
could
see.
only do one, if you could only jump over the train, you would fall behind that round.
I see. Okay. So then, if that's the case, because of the wiggle dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would this be the best situation then? I get rid of 2 of my dice so I can take another action? Or I guess it would be, would I get rid of 1 dice to take another action?
You don't
So
want to take
there's-
another action right now.
There's no
Okay.
obstacles, so you only need the one action this round.
You
Okay.
just want as many
So
of
then,
one number as possible.
if that's the case, I can give myself I can give myself 6 10s.
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
I do that.
So the second the train passes, which counts as the, that's basically the start signal.
Mm-hmm.
The ice cream truck is on your right, so it gets to go first. It blasts through the wood. This thing must have a fucking souped up engine because you can actually see, like, the air bubble around it. But you are ready. You begin by jumping over the fucking train, negating its lead, and you're just going forward. You're a better driver by far, but the ice cream truck, you see its back doors kick out, and you see a jet engine just slowly extending as it fucking boosts up and just gets a boost. It's neck to neck right now. So what they're gonna... What's
I
up?
would like to ask a question to my coin,
Yeah.
if that's on the table right now. I'm going to.
Go for it.
I'm going to ask if interfering in this would be a faux pas.
Technically, no.
Okay.
You see the clown climb out on top of the ice cream truck and begin revving up the minigun.
Can I see this from the?
Yes.
So how is the minigun attached?
Just a swivel stand.
Okay. Is there any like thin part of the connector?
Yeah, the swivel itself.
Okay. I would like to attack the swivel.
All right, go for it. Well, this round we're gonna do 2 opposed rolls. One is we're gonna do the race between. Kinsey's gonna roll a drive. The greaser's gonna roll a drive. The clown is gonna roll to fire the minigun, and Caesar's gonna roll to attack the minigun. All right. So Kinsey, give me a roll. Seth, give me a roll.
All
Yep.
right. I need to figure out how many dice I'm rolling. All right.
Alright.
So I'm rolling 4 dice. Yes.
So David, just like last round, you're gonna be rolling your coordination.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Just wanna make sure you got it.
Yes. So I have 6 9s now.
Oh shit.
Nice.
So the greaser has rolled 6 10s.
You son of a bitch.
So he's gonna pull ahead this round.
Okay, so 1 second. I'm still figuring out my things. So my first thing, what number would be best to target the thing? Actually, do I need to do a called shot for that?
Yes, you.
Because of something. Okay, what number am I calling the shot for?
It would be 10.
It would be 10.
It would
Okay.
be 10. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to do a called shot to the head. I'm going to do a fast shot, and I'm going to do a powerful shot. And I did get a 10. Cool. So that is 3 10s. I don't think I have any go first.
Do you have any attack
Sorry,
levels?
I do because I'm using Meltdown, so that would be 4 attack levels.
Okay. Great.
So that would also be electrocuting and daze. I don't know if that would matter.
Not really. The guy.
I also have 2 penetration.
Awesome. Okay, so
And a return attack.
I'm gonna say since the Gatling gun has speeding bullet, it's gonna go first in this instance because it does
Okay.
have a set of 3 10s.
Sure.
Wiggle dice spray is fun. Anyway, so it pulls forward. The Gatling gun opens fire.
No. So wait. As said, I was
Oh.
doing a fast shot. That's one
Oh,
of my
you did do
maneuvers.
fast shot. I thought that was
Yeah,
only
so
the
I
first
should-
one. I thought you rerolled that.
Nope.
Okay. You do go first then.
And then I will also note I have a return attack from recall, but that will go off at speed 2.
Got it. Okay, so you don't even need that. The first shot goes right through the pivot. The minigun goes wide. I'm gonna say it knocks 1 dice off before it goes down. I'm gonna say it only has 1 attack that manages to go off. While it's falling off of its pivot, waving wildly, it gets a spray of rounds. You notice it's not actually firing bullets. It's firing miniature cream pies.
Okay.
If only I had confetti.
It's just a glancing shot goes straight up the cockpit window. Hey, does Junkzilla have windshield wipers?
I mean, it needs it for the oil, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gotta have like one dinky one, I think, that just goes over my window.
Okay, it just kicks on, begins wiping the cream pie away. It doesn't manage to deal any damage to Scrapzilla because of the armor.
All right, but it did do mental damage to Skeeter.
As the minigun flies back at high speeds, it somehow still explodes in a fireball as it hits the ground. You just hear the clown go, "Oh, so that's how you want to fucking play it, big boy!"
I'm gonna yell back, not really.
I think looking at this, Pax is just gonna be okay. All right, I've had enough of this. She's gonna just kind of reach her like. I guess the first thing she'd ask is, "Hey, can I roll down your window?"
How does Skeeter respond?
Skeeter responds exactly that, huh? I'm like, I can't hear anything. There's blood rushing in my ears. I'm like,
So much banjo
I'm gonna fuck up this truck now. They threw a fucking pie at me.
Is there? Can Hex find a way to stick her arm out like the side or something? I don't imagine.
I will say Skeeter's not listening. There's very obvious like roll down windows, like not roll down, but like like those old manual ones that you had to crank.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
He's got hand cranks on the sides.
Oh, okay. In which case, Hex is just gonna do that just a little bit and stick her finger out and ka-chow the clown.
All right, roll lightning bolt.
Sam, while the rolling is happening, I know we're not in official combat, but I'm going to use my action this turn to stealth.
Auto succeed. You're still under the. The thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This clown puzzle has never been more hidden.
I get 2 10s.
All right. So you hit the clown. They freeze, and you notice since they're no longer moving with the van, they just fall right off. They splatter like a fucking water balloon as soon as they hit the pavement.
Oof. It's just
I'm gonna just put my head in the
clouds, right? Like clouds could just do that and they're fine, right?
Skid mark.
I don't think so, friend. You can like pop my head back out the window.
It's all right. It's not a meaningful casualty.
You just see the greaser go, "Oh fuck!" and then they give up the race and bail.
Just there's about a coup de main.
Dude, are they? As they're bailing, as we're speeding by, can I throw something at their car?
Yeah, you can just straight up rip up a chunk of the road and throw it at them.
Yeah, I think, as we're driving by, I'm going to take, like, the giant crab claw, just, like, let it drag for a little bit to grab some rubble, and then just fuck it at the other vehicle.
Alright, make a body check for me. You don't need to... Actually, no. That's tied to your drive stat, isn't it? Skill?
It is. I think so.
I think
I
we
can't.
tied
Yes,
everything to your
it's
drive.
yeah. Hydraulics is tied to drive. Yes.
Yeah, we tied everything to drive. All right, roll drive.
Rolling drive. All right. I'm gonna give myself 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5, 9.
Okay. You just rip up a chunk of road, chuck it at the main body of the ice cream truck, and it just goes straight on its side. Spins out. It wasn't even that damaged, still somehow explodes. Like it was stuffed to the brim with gasoline.
No, that tracks.
Sure hope no one needed that.
I can't scream because it's 9:30 at night, but insert very loud redneck woo.
That certainly didn't stop Bob yesterday.
Yeah, oh my god. That was horrific. I could hear that. I heard reverb on that. I felt like I could hear it all the way from New York.
I think my favorite part was the fact that he quietly 3, 2, 1 right before it.
Like he psyched himself up. He was ready.
He's been sitting on that for months.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Hatsune Miku ice cream truck is dead. Rip and piss, idiot. And you guys have arrived at an area called the Alcove. Because it's basically built into just a little cubby hole in the mall.
Now, I will unstealth and squelch out of the underneath of the seat.
Okay.
Once we've arrived, and I'm gonna turn to Hex and be like, "That was very impressive."
Thanks. Thanks. I can shoot lightning. She just kind of has a
I
smile
don't care,
emotion.
but I just mean what you did to the clown.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna slide through the slightly open window.
Well, hi there.
And drop down onto the ground.
I just
think-
imagine.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, I just imagine it's something where we watch as Magpie slides through the window, and then when they're completely slid through, you hear muffled, "Oh, hi there."
Hex just has a question mark on the CRT screen.
Yeah.
All right, so can we see the thing that is causing the potential collapse? Is that in view?
So you notice the alcove is supported by about 6 massive metal pillars that are keeping the viewing deck above it stable. This is on the outer fringe of the mall.
Okay.
A solid, when you look to your left, you just see a massive glass pane going up for hundreds of feet that acts as a window to the rest of the slums.
Got it.
It really drives home the fact that pretty much the rest of the slums is mega structures going from the Earth's core up to miles in the sky in terms of scale. The mall is such a massive structure that it basically has its own little bubble in the slums. It's one of the few places where you can actually see the sky.
There's a sky?
You can see it, yeah.
Weird.
Whoa.
How far away from those posts are we?
This entire town's about a mile or 2 wide, so it's a couple hundred feet in between each of them. Multiple structures.
So, can I see the one that's damaged? Is my question.
None of them look super damaged unless you want to go up and do an in-person examination. You could also ask for leads with the locals. They might know something.
I'm just going to focus on different ones of the pillars, and over the next few seconds, ask if that one is severely damaged.
Okay, you're just asking the coin?
Yep.
Okay. The only one that triggers is the 5th pillar, the furthest one.
Alright, folks, we're going to head down to the 5th one. I got a hunch that that's the problem.
Hold on one moment, if you don't mind.
I don't.
I'm gonna reach into my cuckoo clock and pull out a bird made out of shadows. What was the exact time that Newsflash
about
gave me?
3 days, 6 hours. So Newsflash only has newspaper clippings, so they don't always get the most exact info. But at least 3 days in the future.
I will go like a little bit more, a little bit further, and I'll toss my bird out around the pillars and see through it. What do I see?
So it's weird. As the bird moves through the town, in certain pictures, in certain frames, you see it collapsed, but almost as if you're moving through a barrier. When you move to others, the town looks perfectly fine. Now, this is not quantum uncertainty. This is not how your power works. It seems to be more related to where your bird physically is.
And it's the 5th. Does it look like it's the same pillar, though, that is the one that collapsed?
Yeah. Weirdly enough, irrespective of your bird's perspective, it's always the same image. It's like a sprite more than anything else.
Oh, so it's not always the 5th pillar. Like, it's not always the pillar that Caesar is pointing at. It's always the 5th pillar from the viewer.
Yeah. At least that's what your bird is telling you.
You might want to move around, but it looks like there's something weird happening here.
I just see a bunch of pillars.
In there's something weird that will happen here.
Oh. That's great to hear. Doesn't that? But you said that there's something weird happening. Isn't that all we actually have to find out?
So can I DM you a private thing that I'm going to ask and just get answers for?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, isn't that the job? Just figure out if something weird's going to happen, and then that's it.
We also have to try to stop it from happening.
Oh, okay.
So technically speaking, all Newsflash wanted was something to confirm, like her precog. Technically speaking, since since Magpie got a weird reading, that doesn't quite do it. They need a more definitive reading to meet that criteria. Also, Newsflash wasn't able to requisition a mission just for that. She had to pitch it as an investigation to get authorization. So you guys have to at least
figure out who's doing it.
Yeah, you have to get a few answers, or at least a few suspects. You don't need to figure it out completely, but you need to point the finger at a few suspects.
I'd like to figure out something about who's doing this, and
why it was the clowns.
And if it would take a little bit of stress off of Newsflash's shoulders, I guess I wouldn't mind trying to stop them from doing it.
All right. I mean,
let's bring it in closer then.
Well,
it might not work.
Honestly, we're talking about huge, infrastructure problems. Maybe taking in the big robot is not the best idea.
I think we can walk.
Well, I think either way, we should find a garage.
All right, I'll tell you what. Y'all can walk, but I'm bringing I'm bringing Junkzilla. Ain't no way in hell I'm leaving her out here in the middle of nowhere by our lonesome.
We
Hey, how much does Dunkzilla weigh?
Many. Junkzilla is many. Junkzilla weighs... I don't know.
enough.
Yeah, enough. Okay.
I mean, I'm 18 feet tall, so...
Yeah.
Several dozen
Honestly-
knights.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Actually, the problem is the weight up there, not the weight down here. So actually, it should be fine. Yeah, think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, what if y'all need something heavy lifted? Or something.
Yeah. You think you can replace a pillar? You know?
Junkzilla? Of course. Of course you can. Skeeter thinks so.
Okay, there we go.
X is like, yeah, no, definitely not. But hey,
Nah. She'll surprise you. Don't worry about her.
I'm gonna ask my coin if Junkzilla could support that weight.
No.
I'm not gonna say anything. I just wanted to know.
Does Skeeter getting this idea change my future prediction?
So you still see it as completely... It's the same thing. Completely fine until you hit certain spaces, and then you get the sprite again.
Okay.
Well,
It
I
almost
think
looks like
this
somebody is putting. I mean, this isn't how my power works, but it looks like somebody's putting like a picture up over everything, and when I'm looking at it all, it's all just a little. It's like those lenticular paintings where but like the reverse, like the paintings where the eyes follow you around the room.
Man, I don't.
Oh, you should have said that from the beginning. I
Like-
follow.
The wreckage stays in one place, and no matter where you look at it, you see the same wreckage, and it looks exactly the same from every angle. But in some parts of it, it's completely fine. It's not at all wrecked.
Interesting.
So it's only wrecked from certain angles? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but when it's wrecked, it looks like I'm looking at it from the same angle, even if I'm at different angles.
Now, I gotta ask.
You reckon it's some kind of cloak or something? I don't know.
I gotta ask. Did you ever play that game as a kid where you say hot and cold, whether you're something? Think it could be working like that?
That's not a bad idea.
Usually when I played that game as a kid, it was with real fires.
Anyway, do you think if we get closer to certain spots that you'll be able to get a better idea of what's going on?
Well, my I'm going to point up at the bird that's flying around. My magpie gets to the spots for me.
I thought you were the magpie.
No, I see where you would get confused. No,
So wait.
I'm magpie. That's like the lowercase m magpie.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
magpie with magpies.
don't the free-for-all start soon? I think we have a hotel to get to.
Yeah, so just a full disclosure. The race took about an hour. You guys have about an hour and a half before closing time, aka Noche Obscura, which is when night shift kicks in. During the day, things are supposed to be relatively stable to encourage customers showing up. And, to keep things safe. Insane. Once night shift kicks around and the customers all have to hole up for the night, it's just gang warfare. And it's not like the good kind of gang warfare where it's like spontaneous and anyone can join in. It's like, okay, there's a deep political motivation for everything that's happening, but it's all bullshit and horrible. And it's like actual large scale war.
So be indoors.
Be indoors in a neutral area. If you're in a claimed area that hasn't been marked as like a place for customers to hole up, they're just gonna bomb it.
Cool.
So
We better get going.
where is that hotel? Can we see it? I assume
Yeah.
you have information on which one it is.
Yeah, there's it's just a very cheapo motel. There
That's
doesn't even Skeeter's probably gonna hate this. It doesn't even have a parking garage. It has a lot. It's just cordoned off with yellow twine.
Well,
Hotel 69.
It's like a hostel. It looks like they have a reservation of just one room. It was originally intended to just be Magpie and the Death Robot Newsflash wanted to put together. So there's only 2 beds, but they got a wire and they put 2 rollaways in there.
Where is Junkzilla when we are inside?
It would have to
Good
be
question.
parked in the parking lot. The
Okay.
hostel is not big enough to fit Junkzilla.
Did not think so.
Damn it.
Is it still wearing the service animal thing, the service vehicle?
No, that came off as soon as we left admin.
do you still have it?
I don't think Skeeter would have thought he needed it.
Okay.
Got it.
Skeeter had, like, yeah. There's no way I would have kept that.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Well, if we're just turning in for the night, I'm just going to do what I normally do and hole up
Alright.
and just sleep in the cockpit.
Yeah, that works. Makes the
I've got
room a
some
bit more roomy.
I've got some pie residue I need to clean off her anyway, so
I'm going to ask the coin if that was a normal pie.
Don't
Yes.
eat it. Don't eat it. If you eat it, then they gain influence over you.
no, I ain't cleaning it or I ain't eating it. I'm just getting it off my mech.
Skeeter
You look
only
like
cleans Scrapzilla.
It's been at this point now it's probably going to be a nightmare because it's been hardened by 120-mile-an-hour winds from when we've been driving. Plus, it's been out in the sun for who knows how long.
Well, there actually is no sun in the mall if you're not near the windows.
Oh, cool. So there is no sun. Perfect.
You'd have to be able to see outside for the sun. For most of
Can
the
we
mall,
see
that's
outside?
not an option. Now you can. Before you
Okay.
couldn't. Again, the mall is one of the few places in the slums
Right.
where you can occasionally see the sun.
Well, Magpie, I would like you to direct me to one of those areas where your bird is getting different readings, getting the image, as you said. I
We have time to do that before we.
think we had like an hour and a half, didn't we?
Okay. I will fly my Magpie over to an area that is looking weird to my eyes, and then I will go stand right underneath it.
I will go join Magpie. What you see now that he's standing right next to you is he's just like quietly flipping his coin and checking whether it landed heads or tails. And I'm going to ask the same questions of the pillars, like which one of them is going to collapse on all 5 of them again.
It's always the same one. It's the same answers you got before. Last time you flipped the coin.
From a perspective base or from the same pillars?
Same pillar. Same pillar. Like, it's the one closest to the hostel you guys are staying at right now.
Perfect. How long would it take to go to that pillar and back to the hostel? Would that put us in like danger of time, or would that be on the table?
So you'd have to go through a pretty crowded market. You wouldn't be able to take Scrapzilla or Junkzilla. It would. God, I'm gonna mess up names so many times. Anyway, it would take you about 2 hours to work your way through the crowded market, especially since everyone's rushing back in to get out
Okay.
now that it's come. It's
Yeah, so we should probably just go to the hostel.
now if you guys did want to brave the night shift, you could
We
do
don't.
that and do it fast.
And we could just make this the shortest campaign ever.
Oh no,
I-
this is the tutorial mission.
No, he's
I'm
saying.
saying we go out into the night and we just like end the campaign here and now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I vote on just going and taking a nap for 8 hours. Getting some shut eye.
You'd have about 10 hours where the mall is closed. Closed
Okay.
in quotations. So
Can we during those 10 hours eat dinner and complimentary dinner and breakfast at the hotel?
Yeah, well, it's a hostel, so they don't have dinner, but they have like
They do
coffee
have breakfast.
and tea.
They
Yeah,
have
they got
breakfast.
like some wrapped sandwiches and like meat question mark.
Am I handed the meat?
Yeah, it's wrapped in plastic question mark. It is perfectly homogeneous. You're not sure there have ever been organs in this thing.
I'm going to ask the coin if this came from an animal.
No.
Okay, I'm going to eat it anyway. I'll just feel a little worse about it.
It tastes like spam.
Oh, Skeeter loves spam.
The person at the kitchen goes, "You're not gonna fry it? We got waffle ice right over there."
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not from this area. I didn't know what proper was. And I will go, I'll actually have him, come over and show me how to do it, if he doesn't mind.
So he touches it only by the plastic, only in the corner, flicks it into the waffle iron and slams it shut fast and holds it down for dear life. He goes, "Yeah, we get it from the flesh pit."
Oh, okay.
It's like he's yelling over something you can't hear.
Can I try to hear?
Yeah. Roll perception. That's going to be sense plus perception.
I'm going to ask later when I'm not in a scene with this guy if there was some sort of psychic screaming that he could hear.
Later on, you're going to know the answer is yes.
Okay. After he's done frying it, I'm just like,
Woo!
Okay, Leo, you're able to shift the frequencies you can hear at from the human spectrum to sub-audible, and you just hear this deep pseudo-Latin chanting mixed with screams until the thing is done cooking and you hear a ding.
What does the Latin translate into?
You look through your records. It's not really Latin. It's like a precursor language. It's kind of too old to really put together, but the general...
when you're A, where we don't know what it means.
But what you can put together is this is mainly nutritional info, so it's 2% sodium, 8% amino acids.
Great.
I love the idea of the food just
200% daily sodium.
I'm gonna thank him after he's done frying it and munch down on it and hope it tastes good.
It's like a crispy steak. It's pretty good, actually.
Okay.
It is kind of salty. All right. So, do you guys check in at the front desk? Do you have any requests, anything? Or do you just stop in, flash your papers, get your keys?
No, I'd like to check in at the front desk.
All right.
Are they
Yeah.
physical keys?
Yeah, they're weirdly enough actually gonna be physical iron keys. You see a man with 3 faces.
Hello.
And
Hello.
one
Hello.
eye. Hello?
We have I think there was a line sent from admin that we have.
We have a reservation from admin. My name is Magpie. You
What'd she
probably
say?
have my name on the reservation.
There's no name on the reservation. It's just marked as a standard admin res.
That's me. I'm admin.
Oh, sorry. Thought you were, because of the.
Nope. Right. I'm gonna do everything in my power to just cut him off and stop him talking.
He's gonna, before he says clown, he says, you look, he sees you, flustering. The guy's gonna stumble for a minute and go, funny?
I'm gonna like give him a thumbs up and
I'm
like
gonna roll a stability check.
I'm gonna give him a thumb sideways.
I got a 9 and a 7. Magpie enters the void again.
Hey, no, looking funny's okay. I mean, look at me. I got 3 faces. I'm Joey Three Face. That's not what they call me, but, you know, people just call me Joey.
Nice to meet you, Joey.
Thanks. Joey's actually the middle face name. Left is Jobel, and right is Jobby.
Can they hear?
We just call you JJJ for short.
So Jobel will hear the past, and Jobby will smell the future.
That wasn't what I asked, but thank you.
Sorry, I haven't heard what you've said yet.
That's sort of similar to what I can do.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I just caught up to the conversation. He's just going to slide you the key and go, all right, you guys are going to be on the 3rd floor. It's going to be right next to the basement.
Oh, I'm really glad I did that visually. Oh, wait, I actually don't know if you realized I was doing that visually, because I was doing a bunch of, like, hand motions sitting at my computer where no one can see me.
Well, there you go.
Um,
So he can see the present, hear the future, and smell the past.
He can hear the past, see the present, smell the future.
there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess we just go to the
So
room.
he makes a horrible face, and then Skeeter walks past him.
I don't think... Is Skeeter coming inside, or is he just pressure washing his mech?
I feel like at this point I would be done. And I know the greaser, neurotic part of me would want to stay near Junkzilla 24/7. I think I'm mostly in here looking for like oil or something.
Alright, the cook is going to go, yeah, we got oil, ? As he scrapes out the grease trap from frying the meat pit meat.
Yeah, that'll do. I start like scooping it into my own personal can that's labeled elbow grease.
As you scoop it out in your hand, like a mass of living worms, it slips through your fingers and rejoins the central mass.
Lovely. Well, anybody want to help me melt this down?
Oh no, you just gotta ask it, man.
Huh?
You just gotta ask politely.
I think that was the most genuine huh I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, I'm not from around these parts. What are you talking about?
The oil, I can hear. You just ask it.
Get in the can?
It slurps out at high speed and begins working its way into your elbow grease can.
Oh my god. What unholy creature is this?
It's oil.
Can it do other things?
It can hear your thoughts. And
Hex is gonna think in her mind, can I hear my thoughts?
it doesn't
Get
seem
out
to
of the
respond.
can.
It doesn't respond to Hex, so it looks like it needs to be meat.
Hex just nods.
Not any intentionally thought, but Caesar is just thinking, oh, that looks like a lovely creature.
Jump as high as you can.
The can dents out suddenly and hits the ceiling.
Whoa. Holy shit. Dude, I'm gonna have so much fucking fun with this can, you have no idea.
The second Caesar thinks anything positive about it, you just hear it start purring. So yeah. I've derailed myself. Okay, so at this point Obscura has hit. You immediately hear the sound of like rocket-propelled grenades going off outside. You see the sky for what value of sky there is in the alcove just catch fire. You hear the whirring of engines as entire homes become uprooted into battle mechs.
Is there
Oh my god. I fucking love this shit. I'm eating it up.
Alright, and you hear an automated voice going, like static, noche obscura, static, mall hours, termit static, please seek shelter. And then it's just, the rest of it's just in Spanish.
That makes sense.
It's just an old ad for the mall. It seems to be playing on vinyl.
8-track.
Yeah, just an 8-track.
9-track.
You see like panicked tourists, which is what the mall residents call like the shoppers who get caught in overnight, panically like just running in, confused and horrified. It's good you got your key because there's now a line to the door.
Oh, jeez.
Joey's 3-Face is gonna go, okay guys, you probably want to go get to your room. It's gonna get crazy down here.
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up and start walking. These boots were in fact made for walking.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So as you guys settle into your hostel, it's pretty bare bones. It looks like instead of rollways, they actually just gave you guys 2 bunk beds.
Yeah, that works.
That's 2 bunk beds.
Yeah, who gets top bunks?
Caesar will pick last.
Hex is just gonna stand around.
This is kind of awkward.
Okay, Jay, you're back. You
I'm
missed
back.
sentient grease and bunk beds.
I saw the sentient grease. I did miss the bunk beds.
We're deciding on who gets what bunk right now.
Magpie is already on the bottom bunk. So actually, no. I guess no. She's already on the top bunk.
Actually, if no one minds, I'll go sleep under where Magpie is.
Under where?
The bottom bunk of Magpie's bed.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, my little TV friend. You want top or bottom?
I don't sleep.
Well, that's more bed for Skeeter. I'm gonna take the bottom one because I don't want to climb.
Alright.
But I'm taking the blankets and pillows from the top one.
Skeeter has reached higher levels of comfort. Oh, do you tuck in Skeeter Jr. into the blanket nest?
Oh, Skeeter.
Skeeter Jr. can have the top bunk.
No, Skeeter Jr. sleeping with me. I love this little dude. I'm gonna keep on asking it to do random shit.
It seems happy to help.
Oh my god, I love this little critter.
Hex is playing a Doom wad where she's just shooting a bunch of clouds.
Points with Magpie?
Magpie is asleep.
Okay.
Magpie falls asleep as soon as she lies down. She has been working in admin for approximately the last 30 hours straight.
Yeah, it actually is a very common thing where, just due to the stress of the job, certain admin just develop the ability to not sleep. And they forget that certain people are
She
more...
pulled a Sam. She pulled a Sam.
Yeah. Okay.
Caesar pops his head up as if he was going to ask her a question, sees that he's sleeping, and just slowly goes down into his own bunk.
Okay. Alright, so it's technically a little bit early, but let's end the session there because I don't think we're going to have enough time for the next couple scenes.
It's fine.
Hooray.
So, here's how we do, Kinsey, here's how we do experience and wild talents. First things first, everyone gets an experience point for showing up.
Yay!
Where do I keep track of this?
There should be...
Somewhere on your sheet.
So, on your specific sheet, the point where it says point total, just increase that by 1.
Okay.
And then we do votes
Is it
for things like who was most useful this session.
Nice.
I drove the bus, so
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kinsey because he drove the
I'm good with
bus.
Kinsey.
yeah.
He literally drove us here.
I mean, so like, I guess for every session here on out, I'm just gonna keep saying that I drove the bus, and if anybody can beat it, they can take it.
Just so you know, as someone who's played that character, that works about 4 times.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. I only need it to work 4 times.
All right. That sounds like Kinsey gets the point.
Mm-hmm.
Who stayed in character the best this session?
See, I don't know people's characters well enough to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's hard.
don't
I
know
think we
if
should
anyone
all
knows
get
their
one
character.
because we all did so well.
All right, start early. So is that 0.25 for everyone?
Yeah, everyone gets 0.25 points.
Hooray!
Don't split the vote. So, finally, who
See,
has the...
Sam. So here's the thing, right? Sam could just be like, yeah, okay, everyone agreed, so let's just give everyone an experience point.
No.
He wouldn't do that.
I like the 0.25 though. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, who stayed in... Like, who had the best bit of the night? Either, like, the most interesting character thing, interesting moment, or who was just overall funniest.
I'm going to go for Magpie failing 2 stability checks on being called a clown.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
first interaction too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
I'm not a clown.
Caesar is fully intending to start the next session with a therapy session with Magpie. He doesn't know how to do that, but he's going to try his best.
That's so considerate of you. I will be teaching Skeeter Jr. new tricks.
Hell yeah. Okay. Any final thoughts on the session before we wrap up?
I'm super jazzed that Mo Game finally started. I had a long time where I
Seriously.
didn't think it was going to happen.
Seriously, this has been a long time coming.
Scope creep will kill projects, and this has been a fucking revenant living in the back of my head, refusing to die.
The scope creep on
Nice.
14 Luxembourg stacked on top of each other.
The new unit of measurement, 14 Luxembourgs.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. So,
anything to not use metric.
Anything.
now that the parents are asleep, even though she does not have titties, but you do see a little bit of bra showing.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
A little bit of.
okay.
Is it like a sexy bra or is it a functional bra?
It's a bra. It's lingerie, but it's made out of old Ethernet cables.
Like
No.
frayed Ethernet cables?
Yeah. But it has to be like black Ethernet cables. I think it just looks like a regular one, but if you look closer, it would be an Ethernet cable. Yes.
Nice.
I feel like maybe the straps that go around the back and above the arms would be Ethernet cables.
Yes.
Hey, Mallrat girls make do.
Right,
Mhm.
girls make do.
They do what they gotta do.
Alright, girls, me too.
Alright.
Mall rat girl.
Now,
Oh, also,
All she ever wanted was the world.
sorry.
Alright, girl, and she's living in a alright world.
Someone said also.
oh yeah, I realized I didn't ask this at the time, but I would have a map of all the like mall rat tunnels, right?
So technically, that's an ability you're supposed to purchase. Like, you would know.
Oh, okay.
You would know your tunnels. You would know the ones you worked out of.
Okay.
Technically speaking, knowing all of the tunnels would be pertinent to another job. It would be like, okay, so it's like how I work in hotels. So I know the hotels I've worked at super well. But if I were to take training in like making sure other hotels are being up to brand standard, then I would know the location of all the hotels I need to know about, and I would know more about them. Like, I would know their layout and like what they need to do.
Yeah, it's basically none of my business.
Or it hasn't been so far. Right now you can be like, hey, admin's asking me to do a lot of weird stuff. Can I have access to these? And if you've done enough stuff, they'll be like, yeah, sure. You know, spend a little bit of XP, learn about them, memorize them. And once you know about them all, you can just duck into those tunnels at any point because there's usually a ton. Unless the mall rats have never been in an area, there's pretty much always a tunnel nearby.
Does that include spaces where there's not supposed to be tunnels?
Occasionally. One thing I do want to set before everyone goes their separate ways. Are we good for next Tuesday? Is that a day that works next week, or would we need to pick
I think
another
so.
day?
Next Tuesday should be good for me.
Yeah.
I think it works for me too.
Okay. I will see you guys next
Wait.
week then. What's up?
Wait. No, next Tuesday should work. I'm going on vacation soon, but that will be in September.
Ooh, where are you going?
We are just going to Southern Delaware. There's a resort down there that we like.
Southern Delaware, yeah, baby.
There's some nice beaches there.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to beaches in September though?
Yeah, so it's a lot
Is it
nicer
still warm
beaches in
there?
September. I mean, it's still super hot. Like, think about
Yeah.
the temperatures outside.
Well,
So
also, Massachusetts gets cold earlier.
Yeah,
like,
right now it's like jeans weather up here.
yeah, so we just had like a cold front come through because of the like big rain, and it's still like 70 out on days where there wasn't just rain. It's still like 90 out a lot of days. In 2 weeks' time, it might be a little bit colder, but it's still going to be pretty warm. And even if it's a little colder, that's not a problem. Like, sure, the water's going to be a little cooler, but whatever. And there's also a lot less people, and